Hey guys, Lord Ranch here bringing you all yet another League of Legends commentary. This time we're going to be talking about the semi-finals of the Demacia Cup Summer 2015 featuring Edward Gaming versus Invictus Gaming. So Demacia Cup is basically a separate tournament to the Chinese LPL. And we're going to be looking at the semi-finals here between IG and EDG. Straight off into the pick and ban phase, we have IG banning Thresh, Azir on the opposite side, not surprising ban of Kalista, and Ryze, pretty much the two heavy champions that a lot of people don't like playing against, don't like giving to the other team, so not too big of a surprise. Really interesting lineups. We got IG playing with Z1 Tai, KaKAO, Rookie, Kid, and Kitties. KaKAO and Rookie being Korean imports that formerly from KT Rolster back in Korea for the LCK. On the opposite side, we have EDG playing with amazingJ, clearlove, Pawn, Deft, and meiko. amazingJ filling in for Doro1. The lineup was a little bit different. amazingJ was not playing for EDG as they were playing in the MSI just a couple of months ago, where they beat SK Telecom T1. A bit of an upset considered, but EDG for quite a while now, for 2 years, have been sort of the dominant force in the Chinese LPL, in Chinese League of Legends overall, as they have, well, they're currently in the lead in the LPL Summer 2015. They won the last LPL Spring, won MSI, which is actually a big international tournament where they beat SKT-T1, and they also won both LPL splits in 2014. As well as the last two Demacia Cups. So they are actually the returning victors, and this would be their third win. If they actually win the semifinals and get into the finals, this would actually be their third victory in the Demacia Cup. So they are heavy favorites overall, leading the standings in the LPL, and expected to be heavy favorites, of course, both for the LPL, and heavy favorites, or heavy contenders for Worlds, expecting to get to the finals, possibly win the finals. Definitely 100% considered eligible to get the top 4 spot, and actually watching the Demacia Cup is an interesting way to see what we can possibly expect in the coming LPL playoffs, especially, and maybe sort of to see which team will be a dominant force from China in the coming Worlds tournament. Now, the interesting thing about Demacia is why it's such a good measurement for playoffs, for both the LPL playoffs and maybe Worlds in many ways, is that every single set it's all best of 5 series. So every team gets a lot of practice. Like, you get all the LPL teams, 12 LPL teams to play, and the 16 LSPL teams actually also get a shot to play in the series, and the top 8 teams actually go off to play live LAN games and eliminations. So looking at the bans, Alistar pick, no surprise. Actually going for Trundle seemed to be countering some of that insane tanky play from the opposite side. We do see EDG likes to run tanky comps, and you saw Maokai and Nunu on their team also going for Braum here, so Trundle is going to end up being a very interesting choice. He's not something you see heavily in the Western meta, but he is a champion to play in response to tanky comps from the opposite side. IG, unfortunately, they're not expected to do amazing. They did actually, IG won the first Demacia Cup, but that's quite a while ago, and they haven't seen a huge amount of success in LPL, unfortunately. Going for Corki and Orianna here, it seems. So interesting build overall. Some decent poke coming out for Corki, decent poke and team fighting from the Orianna as well. And overall, fairly strong engage comp with the Rek'Sai, with the Pulverize follow-up. A lot of decent tanky things. And if they can get their combo off, if Orianna, Alistar, and Rek'Sai can actually play so that to allow Corki just stand back and deal his damage, and allow Trundle just kind of run around incessantly and DPS people, this actually might work out from the opposite side. We do have very good hard engage against the Corki with clearlove's Maokai here. Or it's not going to be clearlove playing him, but Maokai, with Maokai we're going to be seeing amazingJ play him. amazingJ in the top lane going to be playing him. Pawn with Viktor. Pawn, one of the best mid laners in the world, so it's going to be rough on Rookie, I think, here. But, you know, these guys have probably played against each other back in the LCK, as they're both Korean imports. But Palm and Deft, an amazing combo. Going here for Jinx. Jinx not seeing as much popularity in the professional scene, especially in the West lately. In the West, you see pretty much, you see Sivir, you see Kalista, you see Corki. That's about it. But you saw Sivir was actually open here. But Deft deciding to go for Jinx instead. They have a very good, they have, you know, click engages. Basically, click engage comps, which are actually fairly strong. And it allows them to shut down Corki's maneuverability. Basically makes it so that his Valkyrie isn't as, well, amazing. And it's an interesting team overall, with clearlove going to be able to buff the deft up a little bit. Braum, with Braum, Jinx can actually put on a lot of pressure bot lane because of Braum's ability to stun people if enough attacks go off. Jinx's basic switcheroo minigun doesn't have a lot of range, but it can really ramp up a lot, and from range she can use rockets. You do see pro players use rockets a lot to harass, push the wave, and if people try to re-engage on the opposite side, Braum actually has a decent amount of tools to get people back, and also by pushing in the Alistar a lot, you negate some of his strengths, like sort of in the middle of the map. By putting a lot of pressure on the Alistar, the only thing he can do is disengage for his AD carry, and if he tries to engage, he can put himself at a very risky position, forced to tank a lot of minions, especially pre-level 6, that's not optimal. So we're going to be seeing how this goes. A lot of symbols, but LPL considered a very aggressive league, a very interesting league to play. And this is going to be the first game. This is going to be, as I said, a best of 5. Every single series is going to be a best of 5. So we're going to see EDG heavy favorites to actually win. But I'm going to I think that IG is going to give him as good of a fight as they possibly can. IG actually don't have a very bad record at all. 5-3-4 this season, of course, with EDG in the LPL currently with a 6-6-2 record. Now the LPL works a little bit differently than LCK or anything else. Oh, Corki gonna get caught off a little bit here. 2 stacks on him. Jinx putting on a rocket, not enough to get the stun off. Not that it would have really been able to accomplish anything there, but there's gonna be no stun. But a lot of aggressive play right out of the gates. Ooh, gonna get this off. Oof. Okay, just forcing this back. This might actually force a couple of backs from every side so people can sort of reposition. Doesn't seem like people are going to be going for any sort of lane swaps, just going to sort of set themselves up to be standard. But we should be expecting some aggressive play. Of course, clearlove on that Nunu, loves playing Nunu, loves controlling the map, and being super annoying from the get-go, as Nunu can do very early on. So expect them to try to get kills very early. That is sort of the Chinese style, playing aggressively, trying to get kills very early on. Viktor and Orianna in the middle. So never mind what I said. That we did miss the back there at the bottom, but we are in fact gonna have not paying attention to the minimap, sorry guys there, but we are in fact going to have a lane swap. Mid lane I'm gonna see Rookie against Pawn playing on that Viktor. Viktor, a very strong pick, as he can actually play quite safe. He has a lot of range and can dish out a fairly decent amount of DPS when playing well. Orianna is, however, very safe, so while she can harass, right, see right there, Orianna picking actually shield, getting her shield early, and with the top lane swap, we see that the Braum can go in there and harass the Trundle out of his jungle. Braum level 1 is actually very strong, and Trundle in the very, very early levels can't do much. He needs some of his tools, he needs an item or two, so not much. Braum now going to come in from the opposite side. Level 2 for Orianna, she's going to shield herself. Another auto attack. Is Viktor going to have enough? Yeah, it's going to be a stun. KaKAO and ZZ coming in from the side to actually respond to this. Meiko's going to get in a little bit of trouble. Rek'Sai, nope, not enough. Not enough levels, not enough abilities. No burrow knockup from anybody. Meanwhile, as all this is happening, ADG amazingJ is just going to go in the enemy jungle, and Def is just going to go 1v1 against Z1 tie there. clearlove and amazingJ just do a jungle with meiko, also playing very aggressively, going to go in on Z1 tie there. Oh, he's actually going to go and check the Tribush warded. That's going to put him in a lot of trouble. He's going to put up his cone, try to run south. Nunu here on the upside, and Braum, that's going to be the slow bunch of stacks, stun, and Braum actually, with the last auto attack, gonna get the first blood. Not the guy you maybe want to give the first blood, but they'll take it. I mean, as said, not too happy about that. Kitties and Kid just forced to play bot lane, just push the tower. It seems like level 1 tower is just gonna be taken down very fast, as drafted make already, taking the top lane tower to half health. So they want to, I think they want to prevent Kids' early mid-game power spike. Like, you got Jinx, who's actually quite strong early and quite strong late, while Kid has this early to mid-game power spike and sort of falls off. And by not creating a laning phase, not allowing him to farm, not allowing him to play the way he wants to play, he's not going to be able to take full advantage of that power spike, of that Trinity Force power spike, as the game has gone on. Not a lot of farm heavy things going on. As you see, the last hitting numbers are very low still. But Deft at this point, he can just stay top lane and just kind of farm safely and not care, as amazingJ and clearlove, they just kind of run around, double jungle everything as a response. And just controlling the map. Viktor's, meanwhile, gone back home, bought himself an Amped home. And some wards and pots. ZZTie with Kez, actually Kitties in behind to support him, but seems like he's going to get ganked, double ganked again. Braum and everybody there in his face. ZZTie going to be forced to flash. He's going to get the soul, is going to miss, so they're actually not going to get the second kill on him, but they really want to hold him down. Really want to hold him down just to make sure he can't get going, as they know, hey, this guy, he is what's going to counter us. The Trundle is going to be what's countering us. The whole idea of Trundle is to like get a couple of levels going, get Bork going, maybe tank items, and just get the rest, become super annoyingly tanky by using his ultimate on a tanky target, just being able to just get into a fight and be sort of like an Olaf, you know, like I can tank a bunch of damage, or rather regen a bunch of damage in Olaf's case, and just keep on attacking and killing you. Can be quite annoying that way. Viktor and Orianna going fairly even here, at least so far. Not much action happening middle at all. It's not, it's not Faker, so, and it's not really those kind of champions. You gotta have to wait for ganks in order to do anything. Deft now gonna be one versus a bunch of people, so they might actually try to go for him here. Deft get himself into a little bit of a bad position, but Meiko's there in response. Nice root on Z1 tie. Gonna get a few more hits on him, but nope, not enough to get the stun off or anything like that. They don't have support, as clearlove at this point is actually starting to jungle by himself, and Maokai has gone bot lane to lane against the Corki, who's also by himself. At this point, you just see the supports. This is kind of the meta these days, where a lot of roaming around. You actually see sort of 1v1 lanes, 2v1 lanes. And the top, one of the other lanes is not really a 1v1, as everybody's kind of roaming to it, roaming back and forth. They go to the jungle, they take the resources offered to them in the jungle, and then run to other lanes in order to take advantage, in order to make plays. Playing very aggressive, very maneuver focused. clearlove especially loves that sort of playing style, being all over the place, creating plays. One of the best players, one of the big reasons that EDG actually won against SKTT1 was clearlove's just amazing play against them, allowing them to do that. So no first blood yet. This is not generally. You would see very late first bloods, for instance, in the NALCS, where you got the first blood is some sort of ridiculous play, some like gank, 3 to or 4-man gank on top lane, or like 20 minutes in maybe. amazingJ gonna actually teleport top. Seems like they actually want to go on this tower. Tower's very low, but it's gonna be 3v2. Alistar gonna knock him up. amazingJ in there as well. clearlove coming in to help out. The tower is gonna get taken down when the minions there as well. Ultimate from Jinx come off. She's gonna attack some stuff, but Trundle's gonna get taken down as the bomb is the result, and they're gonna get the kill on the Trundle, as Alistar gets away, but they were focusing the Trundle anyway, so they're gonna get him there, just trying to keep him down and trying to keep him insignificant this game, and putting out a lot of pressure, a lot of maneuverability, and as this is all happening, Deft can still farm. So the TP coming out here from Trundle back just to prevent them from pushing this even further. Trundle with only 15-16 CS at this point, just now finally being allowed to do anything. Seems like he's going to be going for a Hydra this game, because he's going a couple of Reju beads. And meanwhile, you see clearlove pawn. They're just going to donate the enemy blue buff to pawn, so like no problem. They're completely controlling the enemy top side of the jungle. So IG really do not have a lot of map pressure going on right now. You can look at the minimap, a lot of wards again. So IG has at least taken a tower bot lane to sort of equalize the gold differential, but you see in the top lane, left side of the map, blue side, top lane, a lot of red wards, a lot of ward coverage, very aggressive and deep ward coverage all over the place. as EDG getting a lot of ward control out in the map, making sure they have as much vision as possible so they can do everything. And KaKAO actually going to be able to get his red buff. KaKAO going to be able to get the red buff with no threat, as Rookie actually went in to make sure that nobody going in to try to bother him. But you see right now, so far, you got to say EDG putting out a lot of pressure, controlling the map really well. Now it's going to be 2v2 bot lane. Finally, lane's sort of equalizing a little bit at this point. Trundle being allowed now to farm top lane again against amazingJ, who was actually accomplishing a lot despite being under in CS at this point. He actually has a kill, has an assist, has been rolling around the map trying to create pressure. The only really thing that hasn't been going on at all is that mid lane has just sort of been equalizing itself and just been farming. Corki and Jinx also very even. Jinx with that assist is going to say thanks to that. But it's just going to be a question of when something else starts to happen, when people start to create plays around the mid-game. First Dragon should be contested soon with EDG's massive amount of pressure. There's no TP on Trundle, no TP on Maokai, so there's not going to be any TPs into jungle. But if they perhaps get some sort of pressure out in the map, maybe get a kill mid, they can rotate and take the Dragon. But a lot of pressure right now is on the blue side. So even though IG has gotten the Dragon there, but has gotten the tower bot lane, there's still overall a lot of pressure being put on them by EDG. The vision has sort of has expired now in the blue side blue buff, in the top lane blue side top lane jungle. Let's call it that. So might be seeing some pressure coming on top lane, as I do think IG wants to equalize top lane a little bit as well, maybe try to take this Dragon. Oh, EDG actually, a lot of people grouping out, Braum, Nunu, and Jinx, everybody grouping up. They want to continue putting on this pressure as easy time. I'm not sure if there's going to go in for the kill here, but clearlove wants to go in and try to create some plays. Jinx is going to go up here as everybody's just spinning around, doing constant swaps. This has allowed Corki to sort of catch up in CS, changing back to top lane, but it seems like their priority is more on the top lane here and just kind of keeping down this Trundle, not allowing him to farm, as Maokai and him and actually equalize their farm at this point. So Maokai is actually caught up, and Maokai is just going to go right back down. And as easy to KaKAO, this forces KaKAO to be in a position where he can't make plays, and that's really smart by EDG. KaKAO always has to rotate into a position where he can actually go and help defend the top lane. So Z1 Tai doesn't get himself killed, and this creates a difficult position as there's no pressure on mid, so Viktor can just be Pawn can just farm freely. He can just be as happy as he wants to be. Has a slight CS lead here, going a little bit aggressive. We had meiko coming in as well, some lasers, as Rookie takes a significant bit of damage, and now they're putting on the pressure, and now they're gonna go for Drake. Oh, KaKAO just used his smite. That was rough. KaKAO just using his smite there. He hopefully has it on cooldown again. Rookie not in position to make a play here. I don't think they can actually do anything to contest this. Maokai is fairly close by because they need help. It's going to be 3v2. It's going to be rockets coming out, but nope. Nunu's going to smite it safely. Nice phosphorus bomb rocket by Corki in order to attempt to steal the Drake, but it was a Hail Mary and in no way going to be successful there, as someone like clearlove is not going to smite late. This is not silver to gold to plat or diamond solo queue where people can easily steal stuff. It does happen, but the smites will be on time. You need smites to steal, but I don't think they would have gone in to try 3v4 into a bad situation, try to steal a Drake at this point would be kind of crazy. We're just going to go back home, upgrade his Hex Core, get some more vision. You see a lot of people buying vision, a lot of people buying clearing vision. On both sides, you see 3 red trinkets, and that's just the way you play. Vision, such an important and integral part of playing this game in Victory. So Jinx just being farmed as well, going out and helping in the jungle, taking some of the minor camps, giving clearlove some camps. Now, Corki's being allowed more to farm the way he wants to farm, but Jinx just going to running around, getting as much damage as he can. Going here for very early Zerker's Greaves. If you play solo queue and you see people do this, you might rage a little bit. You might think, what the hell, man, finish your eye edge. But the good thing is, first of all, getting the attack damage you get from BF Sword and maybe Pickaxe, and then finishing an early Zerker's Greaves rather than trying to finish the gold heavy eye edge. Oh, deft with the rocket for the blue buff steal. Some chuckling going on there. Nice play there by deft, as he actually gets the steal on the blue buff, because, you know, why not? Not that he needs it heavily, but, you know, I'll take that. Nice to have my zap on a lower cooldown, I suppose. But he'll take it. So I was just saying, yeah, going for that Xerxes Graves into BF Sword just because it actually allows you much better early pushing power. And Jinx, combined with Jinx's Q, it makes a lot of sense. Her basic minigun switcheroo with Xerxes Graves is actually extremely strong. So let's see, Orianna here mid lane. Seems like the Gant's going to be going on here. clearlove. Okay, they're going to have to deward there, as Rookie saw that coming. Deft just top lane. He's just going to farm because he can, but as you can see, red team just, despite the pressure being put down by bot lane and Trundle making his way there to try to get some farm, does have his Tiamat now. It's going to be hard to see whether they can actually accomplish anything here mid because it's a lot of rotations. EDG always doing a good job going out there, taking all the resources the jungle allows them, but then putting on the pressure. Just the threat of them being on the map. They have a lot of vision on the enemy team, a lot of defensive vision on IG, a lot of aggressive offensive vision by EDG, which allows them to make these big plays when opportunities present themselves. So far, still only 2 kills and 1 tower each per team. The gold advantage isn't huge, but and there is the dragon, of course. So we're just seeing and waiting for the first big team fight and who rotates to where. We're going to see whether they're going to try to go and take this Orianna out at any point to sort of negate and try to give Viktor a bigger advantage. But while Nunu has actually sacrificed a little bit of like jungle farm because he's been giving some of it away to amazingJ and to Jinx, but he's actually also been going around just putting pressure on the map. He's a map heavy guy. He's gone for a Sightstone here, which means that he's going to be able to focus. He went before Sightstone. He did finish his Cinder Hulk, so he's actually been doing that at this point. Now IG actually going to equalize the gold differential completely by taking this top tower, as EDG has kind of backed off. IG been putting down a lot of pressure at top lane, where amazingJ is rotated to. You can see the constant rotations because now in response, deft has actually gone down, and this is what going for pickaxe with BF Sword and Xerxes Graves allowed her to do. She's going to easily take down the tower. Now we're seeing some play her mid lane. Pawn going to go for Rookie here. Is it going to be enough? Rookie going to respond with her own ultimate. Is it going to Chaos Storm? Not enough. Shield going to go off. Pawn going to chase this down. Doesn't have flash, but he does have flash. And the laser going to finish it off. He's going to get the kill. Nice play there by Pawn. Just wondering when the play would come out. Orianna seemed to play her ultimate, her ball there late, but Pawn waiting on the time he could make his play and going for it, giving EDG a 3-0 kill lead at this point. And this is, we're going to see whether the pressure allows, what it allows us to do. Still a little while for Drake, but, you know, you take advantage of positions when you can. And you can see the way EDG also rotates their team. They don't prioritize one player over another. Like you see clearlove, he runs around, he makes plays. amazingJ takes part in it. You also see Meiko always being a part of the team making plays and kills. They're always all together to do that. They always rotate as a team. They clear as a team. Like the AD carry doesn't think it's beneath me to go and check for wards. Because, you know, why not? Corki at this point, Jinx has her Infinity Edge. Corki at this point has his Triforce, so he's hitting his power spike. He's 20 ahead, Jinx, when it comes to last hit. So he's been allowed to farm a little bit more than Jinx has, as Jinx has just kind of been rotating them out on the map a lot. But so far we'll see that finally we see some grouping up. Trundle, there's no vision here, but Trundle is in the top lane. Does have TP in case of fight. amazingJ also has his TP. Is he actually TPing in? Yes, he is. He's going to TP in. There's going to be a fight here. Rookie going to get caught right away. clearlove going to get the kill on that. They're going to continue on. Kitties going to get caught off. He's going to get stunned. They're going to continue the fight. Those 5v4 here. They're going to put on the pressure. And this is going to be along the tower. Drake's about to come up. That's going to be an easy Drake for him here. They're just going to push the wave real fast. Braum, Nunu, and Maokai going to go out there. Nice TP there by amazingJ into the middle. KaKAO actually can go in there trying to prevent this from happening. That's going to be a bad engage by him as he gets taken out right away. Z1 try to go and focus on deft. Nice stuff going on. Kid meanwhile going to take out Palm and going to get taken out by amazingJ. Ultimate by deft misses Z1's eye. It doesn't get the kill, but that was a good trade again. They're just going to take the tower now on top of this Drake without that engage. That was a pretty crazy engage there by KaKAO. 4 into 5 people. They were a little bit spread out as people were trying to start Drake. But still a very risky, not a very good follow-up. So he just got taken down. And KaKAO pretty much just giving EDG a tower alongside the Drake. That would have been just a Drake, but the bad engage from KaKAO actually allowed them to do more than that. And you always see deft just go bot lane and freely farm and be quite happy about it. Because why not? Now catching up in gold as Corki's being forced to be dead, and deft just like, he's one of those guys. He goes from being 20 minions behind to taking a minion. Baron's almost up, so we're going to see how the team's going to start rotating around that. clearlove, of course, going to donate blue buff to Viktor. Trundle also in that team fight really didn't accomplish what he would have wanted to accomplish, just not in a position to do much there either. Does have his Hydra, but how much that can help, I'm not too sure of that. Maokai going for that big, like when you got a guy like Maokai, he will just start a fight, right? He will just start a fight. He has this twisted advance, he has that ridiculously hard engage alongside just rushing Righteous Glory. It means that he can engage so hard, his entire team can, and not just that, his team can follow. He'll run in, he'll get the twisted advance, and his team will follow him in and get that big engage. Also, he's super tanky, so he can take a lot of hits as he engages on the enemy team, and his team will follow up, and that's just an easy kill for them. So 6-1 lead now for EDG, almost, yeah, just about their 3k gold lead. They're going to go for Baron right away. Just spawned. Keep up the advantage. They have 2 dragons. They had a bunch of towers. 3 towers for EDG. 3 towers for EDG and 2 towers for IG. Quick Baron here. I don't think really that IG... Kitties actually gonna go for a flat, go for a pulverize. Nunu gonna smite the dragon. KaKAO now, and Kitties in a very bad position, being forced to draw on. Alistar gonna go out there and just deal a bunch of damage. Kitties all by himself. He's gonna get taken down. They're gonna continue on. KaKAO is in a bad position. He might also get caught there as well. A lot of damage to the opposite side as Corki's being allowed to just throw out all of his DPS. So EDG actually smartly backs off, and this is a problem. Like, yeah, Corki, he's being allowed to just DPS people as he just stands in the back. Because when you got guys like KaKAO and Trundle and Orianna and Alistar, of course, you can actually protect the Corki pretty well. But he's not the type of guy you really want to play protect that. Like, he has his mid-game power spike round, he's going to do a lot of damage. But as the game goes on, Corki's not going to be able to just single-handedly carry the team. But he is going to bring in a lot of damage. So, Trundle has to do a bunch of the damage. That's the thing. Orianna keeps people in place. Trundle just goes in people's faces, makes tanks weaker, makes himself super tanky, and gets into the face of people like Viktor, like Jinx, non-maneuverable carries that he can get in their faces, just needs to be able to actually get to their faces and smash them in. Let's see, gold differential. Carries on EDG's side are definitely ahead in gold. You gotta say, clearlove has been putting on a lot of pressure, playing out a lot. The ward coverage by him has been phenomenal. Going for Aegis now. So it seems like he's going to go for a Locket, which is actually a really good response to the enemy team, because Locket is really good against Orianna ultimate, and it's really good against the DPS of Corki. And just because you got this Orianna and you got Corki, you got these heavy magic damage dealing 80 carries, it's just a good idea to go for this. Corki seems like he's going to go for Bork alongside his Trinity Force, kind of a standard build on him very much these days. You used to see Corki go more Trinity Force, maybe into Trinity Force Eye Edge or Trinity Force Bloodthirster, but these days you do see Bork, but especially important against when you are up against guys like Nunu, like Maokai, who are very health focused. You see amazingJ has a bunch of health. Not a lot of tank stacks. He is going for Frozen Heart, but so far still not a lot of tank stats. Huge amazingJ, speaking of him, actually going to get caught out. He's going to twist his advance into Corki, try to get away, use Righteous Glory as well. Trundle should be able to chase him down. See what there's a Cone ultimate. He's going to use the blue trinket. Okay, big one is going to miss there at the back, but they're going to be fine nonetheless as Maokai goes down. As all this is happening, 2 people are going out there. Amazing, just kind of playing Ring Around the Rosies with 2 members of IG's team. EDG just goes bot lane and takes an inhibitor, because why not? Using Baron, putting on the constant pressure. And I think if you're going to say, hey, do we want to trade a kill on amazingJ for an inhibitor, I don't think they'll say, yeah, let's go do that. Sounds like a great idea. And this for EDG is at a sizable lead. Have a sizable lead, really far ahead, a lot of gold, constant pressure. They have vision everywhere on the enemy side. Well, you see there's nothing but slight defensive vision. At this point, IG is afraid of going out by themselves and getting vision. EDG has the constant pressure on the map. Viktor is going items. He has fairly well upgraded Hex score, has his Lich Bane. Jinx has Static Shiv as well, so she can keep all her lanes pushed out. She can just go into a lane, push it out, and then go and join in for team fights. So now it's only a question of time when top and mid lane is also going to get pushed in. KaKAO trying to create this, trying to get blue buff ready for the Orianna. Oh, Rock isn't going to come out. Is there vision on this? No, not again. Deft trying for it again with the vision on it, but not going to get it a second time. But still, very good try overall. Did it once, why not do it again? IG has to play a very conservative fights, like a very conservative sort of fight. Like they have to. With a champion like Rek'Sai, you want to engage. With a champion like Alistar, you kind of want to react to engages, but you can engage. It's just difficult to do that against the enemy team because you sort of have a bit of everything on both roles. EDG has Maokai, who can hard engage, but they also have Braum, who can hard disengage. Alright, you got the same on the opposite side. You got Rek'Sai, who can hard engage, but you have also Alistar, who can hard engage and hard disengage. Well, at least, you know, one person. So, I think if IG knows, if they go in to try to engage, they're going to get caught out. They're going to get caught out. Braum is just going to turn their engage into an engage by EDG, because that's so easy to do. Say Rek'Sai goes in, he's going to jump in, going to knock someone up, and IG goes in to try to make a play, and what's going to happen in response is that meiko is just going to ult. Glacial Fisher is going to come off. He's going to catch, most likely going to catch a bunch of people that are going to get knocked up. That's instantly going to get followed up with a twisted advance by amazingJ. And Nunu's just going to do the thing, buff the AD carry, and just do a bunch of stuff. A bunch of AoE damage coming in from Viktor, and also potentially from Nunu. And IG is going to become sad. So this is what we're talking about. This is just the pressure being put on mid lane, the pressure being on top lane. You can see all the lanes being pressured. Kid going to cat out. amazingJ going to get the kill. Nunu going to get his ultimate off, not doing a lot of damage. There's a lot of tanky targets. IG, Kitties taking a lot of damage on him. Deft being allowed to do the damage. Kitties going to get taken down. 1-for-1 trade. Pawn, a little bit of position. Nice knock up there, but KaKAO going to go, and he's going to get taken down very fast, though. Deft and Viktor just kiting beautifully. Kid coming way out of position, not joining that fight, and meiko. And they get Z1 tie getting cut off as he was trying to go in. And everybody fairly low, but sort of like EDG, just not afraid. They go in, they get a kill, they get really low, and then they know to disengage, to run back, and they actually do so. They actually do disengage. They actually do run back. They actually do get out alive and play this game damn well. meiko just helping support his team, getting his Q, getting the winner's bite on the right targets. Kind of weird to call it winner's bite when he's using a wrestler's chair and being all El Luchadore, but you know, whatever. Corki with 3 kills, Jinx on 3 kills. Deft has not died so far this game. Does have his last whisper now, so he's gonna continue doing a bunch of damage. There is a Bork on Corki, so he is actually really strong at this point in the game. But the further this game goes, the more I think that EDG is going to be able to play this, because Deft they've been doing a great job of defending Deft, kiting him, giving him the opportunity to just stand back and just get his DPS on people. Okay. IG at least at this point trying to get some control of vision around Baron, so he knows what's happening, kind of spread out the wards a little bit so they don't all get caught. But you see, everybody's just dewarding Deft. Everybody's taking part in the dewarding process, killing everything. meiko, yeah, catching a bunch of the wards, just going to take him out. Now Deft's going to try to catch even more people. They just have wards everywhere, so they always know where IG is, and I mean, IG, they can't just allow this Baron to get taken. There is one single ward left over that they see, but they have to do something about this Baron going to be taken out, because all the lanes are being pushed out yet again, and EDG just getting himself ready into position to take this Baron, who's now up. clearlove gonna get caught out a little bit. Kid, however, gonna go in way too hard. Gonna be forced to flash away and Valkyrie away as Meiko catches him up. Now KaKAO gonna get caught off. He's gonna get killed right away. Deft doing the damage. Now Kid is gonna get cut off. amazingJ with a nice twisted advance on Kid. He's gonna get taken down. clearlove taking him down. ZZTie not even being allowed to fight a lot of people low. Meiko, he doesn't even care. He's just gonna jump all over the place. Gonna take down Kitties as well. Meiko going down really low, but jumps up, stands behind Braum, and just uses that to save his own life. Exactly as I said. Just as I said, people going in, IG trying to catch someone out, Braum with a disengage, instant follow-up by the rest of his team, and they kill. And they do such a good job of knowing their limits. Basically, they go in, and they know, hey, okay, we can keep pushing. We can keep doing this. And knowing that, hey, okay, we're starting to take risks, knowing that when you almost die, when you don't die, as you see there in the replay, Kid going in way out of position. He's being forced out of the fight right away. He had to Valkyrie in, and then he had to flash away. And KaKAO going in and trying to make a play. He's caught way out of hand. He's going to get killed. Twisted advance on Kid, just continually forcing him out of the fight with the help of clearlove taking him out. clearlove and Meiko going really low, but saving each other's lives, basically. The tanks, this is the utility supporty tanks doing the job of tanks, getting really low, and often in that kind of situation, one of them can maybe die and they'll be fine, but they didn't even die. Playing just superior play from EDG overall, superior shot calling, reacting very well. If the way I understand it, actually, EDG actually speaks English during games, because, you know, you got Pawn, you got Deft, who are actually Koreans. And you actually, if you look at MSI, there's a video for MSI, mic check for MSI finals, where you can hear both teams sort of talk between themselves, and all the Korean teams, obviously everybody speaks Korean because everybody's Korean, but here you got 2 Koreans and 3 Chinese players, and they actually speak English in game, just very basic English, and it works. I mean, they're one of the strongest teams in the world right now. Heavy favorites for this tournament. Heavy contenders for Worlds, for coming Worlds tournament. And I don't think anybody would be too surprised with them finishing with them getting into the finals, if not just winning the whole damn thing. As they get a lot of experience, they play a lot, so it's just the way it is. And it's in part to the fact how the Chinese LPL works. There has been made some arguments by commentators, like for example by Monte Cristo, that the reason that Eastern teams are actually going to win the big tournaments is because they actually get to play a lot of series, while Western teams does not. They play best of ones. Meiko, clearlove, Pawn, Deft here just pushing in the inhibitor. And while Kid and Rookie do have some poke, they can't really do anything there. Not a lot of poke coming out as EDG. They just play a hard engage comp, hard disengage comp, while IG have more of the slight, like, keep them at range tools, but it's not going to be enough. Easy 4th Drake going to be here for EDG. That's going to give him a huge boost. I don't think they're going to even need to wait for a 5th Drake to take it out. They do still have Baron buff. They're just going to keep on pushing and putting on the pressure. This mid tower is going to get taken down fairly swiftly. And the gold lead is 12k, so it's kind of hard to make it to... it would be really hard for AG to really have any shot at getting back into this. Every kill they've had has sort of been inconsequential as part of fights, like taking down amazingJ and losing an inhibitor for it, things like that. Not really doing much. So, as I was saying, yeah, LPL and LCK, they play a lot of games. LPL is 11 weeks of games. Each team plays 2 games a week, but it's series. It's best of 2s, basically mean you can. That's why the stats are so weird. You can win a game. If you win 2 games, you can go 2-0, 1-1, or 0-2, and you get, you obviously you get more points for winning, a lot less points for ties, and even less points for losses, obviously, if any. Similar in a way to association soccer, but it's actually an interesting way. Like, it's not 3 games like in Korea, but they still play a lot of series, and that's just the thing. Best of ones means that European LCS and NA LCS is really fun for spectators in a way. I guess you get just this one game, you get this fulfillment, but it really weakens their ability to contest at Worlds just because they don't get a lot of practice in series. They don't play a lot of tournaments like Demacia Cup. Demacia Cup is nothing but best of fives. EDG has played this tournament from round one. There's a bunch of rounds. You got, you had the quarterfinals, you had the best of 16, you had the best of you had the best of 16, and you had even a round before that. So a lot and lots of best of fives, and that's just practice. And you just have this random tournament, Chinese tournament, with nothing but best of fives. Part of the tournament is actually online, and part of the tournament is LAN. So it's just a lot of practice. Pawn's just gonna go there and continue pushing in. Gonna put down his. Oof. Okay, he's not gonna get caught off. Just look at the pressure. Is gonna get another inhib. It's a question of how long they're gonna actually keep this going. As EDG has pretty much already won this game. Not really anything that IG can really go. Even if they get some ridiculously good engage, ridiculous good Orianna ultimate, the damage is not going to be there, I think, for them to really do much. Unfortunately, it's just difficult to say. Corki has not really been allowed to do much at this point. He does have Summoners always pushing it really hard against amazingJ. No, he has him by himself, but even I don't think he's going to be able to get him. He's just actually going to flash for it. Go over 1. There's going to be 2's advantage for amazingJ. He's just going to say, okay, you know what? Whatever. I'm just going to teleport away. I'm not taking part in this. Whatever. And as this is happening, Kitty's going to get caught up. Pawn going to be forced to flash away, and Kitty's not going to be forced to run. KaKAO in the support. Rookie on the opposite side. He's going to get caught off and taken down. Kitty's going to be forced to run. He can't go anywhere. He's just going to get DPS down and killed. And as all this is happening, Z1 Tai, KaKAO, and Kid are just going to be pushed in. That's going to be the last inhibitor, and that should be the game done. If they want to do it 100%, Baron's about to come up, but they have all the lanes pushed in and complete control. And I don't see exactly how they can do anything to recover at this point. Clearly going to take it out. Braum going to go in. KaKAO going to get stunned before he even gets to their Nunu. Gonna even just pop his ultimate because why not? Kid popping out a lot of DPS as much as he can, but it's just not even close enough. So many tanky targets. Maokai, a bunch of health. Deft with a bunch of DPS as well. He's gonna get exhausted, but it just doesn't matter to him as he just gets the stuns off, gets the crits off, gets the damage off, being allowed to deal the damage. Almost gets KaKAO in the pool, but it's not gonna be enough. GG as EDG takes the first game. So it's going to be a 1-0 lead in the Demacia Cup semifinals. IG have to recover. They have to kind of think of their game plan. It is a best of 5 series, so still definitely a lot of opportunities. Even though EDG is the favorite, there's still a lot of things that IG can do to recover from this. Just, get their stuff together, draft a better game, and play it better. Because it seems like, in many ways, EDG had response for everything they wanted to do. They had the constant roaming, they had amazingJ's Maokai for engage, they had Braum for disengage in case they get engaged upon by guys like Rek'Sai, and it just seemed to have an overall response to pretty much everything the enemy team wanted to do. So that's just the way it was. It's going to be the first set. See you guys in the next video. And for now, GG, Lord Ranching out. GG guys, Lord Ranching out. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.